Hey guys, Chaos here. So in today's video I'm going to be going over all of the weapons that you should use on Arataki Itto. I'm going to show all the new weapons that are going to come out and all the ones we have in the game right now. And I'm going to be giving my thoughts on which one you should run, which one you shouldn't run, which one you should build, which one you probably shouldn't. But if you do end up enjoying this video, make sure to like and drop a comment down below, and also please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs. We're doing a giveaway in the Discord right now. So make sure to join that in the comment section and description down below. Winner will be picked at 750 subs. We're giving away a Blessing of the Welkin Moon, so make sure to join that. And without further ado, let's get right into the guide. So the first weapon is going to be the Bloodtainted Greatsword. Now, this weapon can be, not the best. I would not run this weapon at all. It has 38 base attack, elemental mastery. It's not going to be that great for a Geo character, and increases damage against opponents affected by Pyro Electro. That's also not that great. As you can see, the stats right here, it has pretty low base attack as elemental mastery, but I would not farm for this weapon. But if you're just new to the game and you don't have any weapons to run on him, I guess you could run this. And here are the essential materials if you do end up wanting to build it. Next up, we have the famous Debate Club. Now, this one can be okay. It's one of the better 3-star claymores. You got 39 base attack, pretty decent. You got attack percent, which is also great. And after using an elemental skill on hit, normal and charge attacks deal additional damage equal to 60% of an attack in a small AoE. So it's basically a small little burst of damage you get every now and then. Nothing special. It's not that great, but the attack is pretty good. If you're just starting out, this is the 3-star, or one of the 3 stars I would recommend. There is another one that's also really good. But yeah, you could use this, and here are the essential materials if you do end up wanting to build it. Alright, now we got the Ferrous Shadow. This one is pretty good, actually. It's not that bad at all, especially for Itto. So we got 39 base attack, which is okay. Secondary stat is HP, not great at all. But the passive is actually pretty good on Itto. When HP falls below 70%, it increases charge attack damage by 30%, and charge attacks become harder to interrupt. Now, if you see in Itto's gameplay, it's basically all about doing charge attacks. So this is actually going to be a great weapon. So this is one of the 3 stars you should use on Itto if you do have it and you don't have anything else to run on him. It's a really good 3-star for that 30% charge attack damage bonus. It's really good. The base attack is also decent and the HP is meh. But the essential materials, here are they if you do end up wanting to build it. Skyward Greatsword. Okay, this one is okay. It has 39 base attack, has physical damage, not good. It has this pretty decent buff where basically you can get attacks by 6%, and there's maximum of 4 stacks. It's pretty decent. You could run this if you don't have anything else. Again, these 3 stars are not the best. I would only run them if you have absolutely nothing and you just started the game. Here are the stats. You got... Oh, whoops, I just opened that. Whoops, my bad. You got 401 base attack, and you got 43 physical damage. Physical damage is kind of useless, but the base attack is decent for the 3-star. And here are the essential materials if you do end up wanting to build it. And finally, we have the White Iron Greatsword. This one is actually pretty decent for a 3-star. This is one of the other good ones. So you got 39 base attack, nothing special, and you got defense. Now, Itto scales off of defense, which is great. So this is going to help out a lot. Defeating an opponent restores 8 HP. It's fine. You get some, vampire abilities basically with that. And the defense, really great. You get 43%. Not bad for a 3-star. And you also get 401 attack. This is probably the best or second best 3-star you could run on Itto. But again, I'm going to repeat this so many times. Do not run a 3-star weapon unless if it's nothing you don't have anything and this is the only one you have. Unless if it's a case with like the Harbinger of Dawn, that's actually a pretty good weapon. But in most cases, 3 stars are actually not that great, and you should probably run something like a 4-star or better. But anyways, here are the essential materials if you don't end up wanting to build this weapon. But let's get into the 4-star weapons. Alright, we got the Blackcliff Slasher. Now this weapon is pretty decent. We got 42 base attack. You also got some crit damage, which is also not bad. This one is pretty good, actually. It's not that bad. And right here, the passive is pretty good. You got 12% attack is increased for 30 seconds, and the effect has a maximum of 3 stacks. Not bad. And, you know, this weapon's pretty great if you've saved up the Star Glitter or whatever it's called. So you can get this weapon, but there is a better 4-star. You got 55 crit damage, 510 base attack, not bad, and here are the essential materials if you do want to build it. Alright, now we got the Ferrous Greatsword. This weapon is not going to be that great at all. It has 41 base attack, really low for a 4-star. It has energy recharge, not great for Itto. And the passive is basically just you get particles. You have a 60% chance once you crit. This is not a great weapon. You get 454 base attack and 61 energy recharge. It's not that good at all. I would not use it on Itto. It's pretty bad. And here are the essential materials if you do end up wanting to get it. Lithic Blade. This one's going to be pretty decent if you have a team of leeway characters. Basically you got 42 base attack, pretty good. You got attack percent, which is also good. And the passive basically increases your character's attack by 7% and crit rate for 3% for every leeway character you have in your party, and this can stack up to 4 times, but not with Itto because you're from Inazuma. So basically it can stack up to 3 times if your whole team's from leeway. But this weapon can be okay if you do have a full leeway team. If you don't, do not run this weapon. You got 510 base attack and 41 attack percent, not bad. And here are the essential materials if you do want to build. Alright, next we got the prototype Archaic. This is our first craftable weapon. Do not get this weapon. There is a really good craftable weapon you could get. Do not craft this one. There is one that is way better than this. I'm going to repeat a bunch of times. Do not craft this weapon. Unless you already have it and you don't have any prototypes, do not use this one. But anyways, you got 44 base attack and you got attack percent, which is also good. And the passive is basically just like the Debate Club. You get a little burst of damage, except it's a little bit stronger. The attack is, you get a lot of attack from this weapon. But do not craft this weapon. If you have a prototype, do not craft this weapon for Itto. There is one that is so much better, and it is second best weapon apart from his main weapon that's made for him. And all the other 5 stars. So here are the essential materials if you do end up building this weapon. Next we got the Rain Slasher. Don't use this. It's bad. It's not good on him. You got 42 base attack, decent. Elemental Mastery is useless, and the passive is useless since it's only for Hydro Electro. Base attack 510, decent. Elemental Mastery 165, useless. And here are the essential materials. Royal Greatsword. This one is actually not bad if you don't have enough crit rate. You got 44 base attack, you got attack percent, which is good, and you basically get 8% of crit rate every time you hit someone, and then when you crit, it removes all stacks. So basically, if you have bad crit rate, it's basically going to take 5 attacks for you to crit. It's okay, it's not the best, but if you have no crit rate, I guess you could get this. I would recommend getting the Blackcliff Slasher instead of this one. But it's up to you. It comes down to your choice. You got 565 base attack, 27 attack percent, and here are the essential materials. Next, we got the Serpent Spine. Now, this is the Battle Pass weapon. This one is going to be pretty great. I got 42 base attack, got crit rate, which is decent, and special. We got the passive ability, which basically every 4 seconds a character's on the field, they're going to deal 6% more damage and take 3% more damage. And it has 5 stacks. And then every time you get hit, it loses a stack. And it also gets reset when the character leaves the field. I mean, it doesn't, never mind. But yeah, it's pretty good passive. If you do have the Battle Pass, this weapon could be a great choice for Itto. And you got the 510 base attack, you got the 27 crit rate, and here are the essential materials if you do want to use this weapon on Itto. Next up, we have the Bell. This weapon is... don't use it. There's a lot better. 42 base attack, HP, passive, pretty much everything. Probably this is pretty apart from this 12% damage you get from being protected by a shield, and you probably will be, because Itto needs a lot of geo characters, and most of them are shielders, so it can be decent. But don't run this. 510 base attack, 41 HP percent. Do not run this. It has here the essential materials, and yeah. Next, we have the wipe line. Now, this is the craftable weapon you should be getting. This one is insane on him. You should craft this if you have a prototype. I have mine at R3 because I'm going to be using that weapon. I have a Wolf's Gravestone, but I'm using that on Eula. And so I'll be using this one on Itto because it is really good. You got 42 base attack, decent. You got defense, which is great for Itto since he scales off of defense. And then on hit, normal or charge attacks increase attack and defense by 6% for 6 seconds, maximum 4 stacks. And this scales up a lot when, when getting refinements. Like, for example, mine is going to get up by 9% 4 times. And if you get it R5, 12%. That's really good. And the stats are pretty also decent. You got 510 base attack and 51 defense percent. Pretty great. And here are the essential materials. This is the best free-to-play weapon to use on him. If you can craft it, make sure to get it. If you don't have to wish on the weapon banner, since his weapon is basically just a stat stick. So if you have decent enough stats, which it shouldn't be that hard because it's just going to scale off defense, and you're always getting defense on your artifacts. So basically, yeah, you could just use this weapon. This is one of his best weapons, other than the 5 stars. This is his best 4-star. So make sure to craft it if you can, and let's get into the next weapon. Next up, we got the Sacrificial Greatsword, another weapon you shouldn't be using on him because it's just not made for him. You have 44 base attack, it's pretty good. Energy recharge, passive ability is basically you just do your elemental skill twice. Now, you don't really need to do that with Itto, so this isn't really that great of a weapon. You got good base attack, you got energy recharge, it's actually pretty low energy recharge, so. The essential materials are right here if you do want to build this weapon. Next up, we have another craftable weapon, the Snow-Tuned Star Silver. Do not make this weapon. Do not make this weapon for him. Plus, you can get this weapon for free, so I guess if you have that, you can use it. But 44 base attack, good. Physical damage bonus, bad. Passive is basically just, Debate Club's passive, but it's better with Cryo. And if you have a Cryo member on your team, I guess this could be decent, but I would not use this. This is made for characters like Eula and I don't know, other Ice Claymore users. I don't know if we even have any others. We have Chongyun, I guess. And 565 base attack and 34 physical damage. I would not use this. Here are the essential materials if you do decide to, though. Next up, we got the Katsuragikiri Nagamasa. I cannot say that. I probably butchered it. You have 42 base attack, you got energy recharge, and passive ability, it increases elemental skill damage by 6%, and after you do an elemental skill, your character loses 3 energy and gains 3 energy every 2 seconds for the next 6 seconds. This is not a great weapon on him since Itto is relying on his burst a lot, and the energy recharge is pretty good, but there are better weapons. You got 510 base attack, 45 energy recharge, and here are the essential materials. Again, this weapon is craftable, so you should probably make the white blind if you can craft a weapon, but if you already have crafted this weapon and you can use it on him, then yeah, here are the essential materials. Next up, we got the Luxurious Sealer. Now, this weapon can be decent, I think. I'm not sure if Itto's burst scales on elemental burst damage. I'll have to research that, but I don't think he does. So if it does, then this could be a decent weapon. If it doesn't, do not build this weapon. 41 base attack, okay. Attack for secondary strength, also okay. And the passive basically just increases your elemental damage for your elemental burst damage, I mean. And also have a little Debate Club passive. But this weapon is not that great. It has pretty low base attack and it has attack percent to make up for that, but it's still not that good. If Itto does end up scaling, if they do end up changing him to scale off of Elemental Burst, just like Ball, which I don't think he does. From my information, he does not. But if they ever change it so that he does, this can be a pretty decent weapon. But if they don't, then I would not get this weapon. And here are the essential materials if you do end up wanting to build it. Now we got the last weapon. This is our newest claymore, the Akumaru. You got 42 base attack, we got attack percent for secondary, and basically for every point of the entire party's combined maximum energy capacity, it increases your elemental damage by 0.12%, and it can go all the way up to 40%. Again, if Itto end up getting changed to scale off of elemental burst damage, this and the Luxurious Sea Lord will be good. If they don't, and they keep him as he is right now, this is not that good at all. I would not use this. 500 type base attack, 41 attack percent. Here are the essential materials. I would not get this. Alrighty, let's get into the 5 stars. Now, Skyward Pride, pretty decent weapon on him. 48 base attack, really high. Energy recharge could be decent. Increases all damage by 8% after using an elemental burst, normal attack, or charge attack. It gives you basically a vacuum blade, and it's like it sucks them up, and it does basically a, what's his name? Debate Club. It's basically like that. It does a little 80% burst of damage. Really good base attack, decent energy recharge. Here are the essential materials. If this is your only 5-star weapon, you could run this, but if you have other characters to use it on, I would use it on them, and then use like a 4-star such as the White Blind or the Black Light Slasher on Itto. Next up, we got the Wolf's Gravestone. This is the current best 5-star we have in the game right now, as in terms of claymores. It is really good. 46 base attack, pretty high. It has attack percent, also pretty high. And then the passive just gives you a lot of attack. It gives you 20% and then 40% for all your party members. So this is a great weapon if you do have it. It will be better than the White Blind, definitely. You got 608 attack and 49 attack percent, which is also pretty good. Here are the essential materials. Really, really, really good weapon. I would level it up, even if you already have it, because you could also use it on other characters. But for Itto, it is insane on him. But if you do have other characters to use it on, you can use White Blind or something else on Itto. Next up, we got the Unforged. Also really good. Just like the Wolf's Gravestone, this is just basically a nerfed version of it. But it also increases your shield strength, so that's kind of useful. You got 46 attack, you got attack percent, and basically it's like the Wolf's Gravestone. Every time you attack, you get 4%, and you could get 5 stacks. And when you're protected by a shield, your attack is increased by 100%, so basically this will be 8%. This is not good if you don't have a shield user in your party, but if you do, then this can be a great choice. You got 608 and 49%. Here are the essential materials. Really good 5-star. Alright, now we got the Song of Broken Pines. This one is pretty decent, actually. 49 base attack, really high. I think this is the highest base attack in the game. 741 at level 90. That is insane. You got physical damage. That's where it falls down, kinda. The passive basically just increases your attack and attack speed. Really good passive, but it doesn't really match with Itto because of his, his E. You don't really use it that much. So, it's okay if this is the only one you have. You can use this because of the insane base attack. Here are the essential materials, by the way. But, yeah, you can use it if you have it. And let's get into the next weapon. Alright, finally we're here at the, I don't know what this weapon is called. I think it's called like the Red Slasher or something. The red, oh there it is, the Red Horn Stolen Thresher. This is his main best in slot weapon that's gonna be in his weapon banner. It's really good on him, best in slot. 44 base attack, pretty decent. Crit damage, great. And defense is increased by 20%, great. Normal attack and charge attack damage is increased by 36% of defense. That is also great. This is basically like the, what's it called? It's basically like Raiden's weapon, it's just a stat stick, and it converts defense into attack, just like Raiden's converted energy into attack, and he already seals off of defense, so it's pretty good. 542 base attack, really good. And the crit damage is, woo, 88 crit damage, sheesh! You got a lot of crit damage there. This is a really good weapon on him. But again, you have to be careful with wishing on the weapon banner. You could wish on Albedo, which would also be a great character to use with Itto, or you could decide to wish on this weapon. It is a really good weapon, so if you do end up getting it, it is insane. Here are the essential materials, and yeah, that's it. Alright, so that's basically all the claymores you can use on Itto. My top picks would be Blackcliff Slasher, would be White Blind, his main weapon, and Wolf's Gravestone. Those are going to be my top four choices. And if you did end up enjoying the video, make sure to drop a like, comment down below. I'll try and reply, and I'll make sure to read it. And also make sure to subscribe. I don't know if I've already said that. My brain's running out of brain juice. But yeah, make sure to also join the Discord server for the giveaway. And there will be more videos on Itto and Goro and all the upcoming characters. So yeah, I'll see you guys in those videos, and see ya.